The S&P 500 daily chart, looking back to the start of the D wave up 1, 2, 3. I'll zoom into the current area now. And I was not watching when I made the previous video about propulsion down becoming qualified and confirmed. I was wrong, and it certainly did cost me. So it started the day qualified as there was a down close, followed by an up close, followed by a down close. And I don't know where I got qualified and confirmed. It was really only qualified to start the day, and it did open lower than the close from the 11th. And that's when I jettisoned some longs from 44.43 area. Then I realized I was wrong, so that cost me a bit. And we had a nice bump up today, and it had a close of 44.89.72, and the disqualified momentum down for 50% and 100% is still disqualified because it missed the confirmation bar today. However, it does have a chance at becoming qualified for tomorrow. So if there is a close lower than this close on the 14th for end of day on the 15th, this disqualified momentum down for 50% and 100% will become qualified. So let's move on to the new supply line here. So the level to start the day on the 15th is at 4503.46. So if it opens above 4503.46 and subsequently closes above that level, 4503.46 for end of day on the 15th, it will be qualified. And barring that, if it gaps up from this close, 4489.72, but under 4503.46 to start the day tomorrow morning on the 15th, and then subsequently closes above 4503.46, then it will be qualified. And failing to do that, if price ticks lower than the measure of buying from the previous day and then subsequently closes above the supply line for end of day, it will be qualified. And the measure of buying is taking the close, then subtracting the low from it, and then subtracting that sum, 20.07, from the low, 4443.98, that gives it 4423.91. So if price ticks lower than 4423.91 and then subsequently closes above the supply line, it will become qualified. The combo and sequential buy setup 9 end count printed and was perfected by ticking higher than the closes for bars 7 and 6 and close above this close on the 9th, 4467.71, and the sell setup 1 count will print. And price in the aftermarket hours for the S&P 500 at 6:24 p.m. Central Time on the 14th is 44.94. And that's right below the conversion line and baseline. And the baseline is just 1 point higher than the conversion line. So there was a crossover of the baseline above the conversion line, which is never a good sign. And price being below it, you would think that that's formidable resistance. It could be. It could also mean that it's easier to jump over and get above both of them. And then there's that ongoing supply line, and the level that I'm interested in, the aggressive sequential disqualified sell risk, 4520.52. And then this is the 20 simple moving average middle band of the Bollinger Bands, Stark Band for the upper band, and sequential disqualified sell risk. And now there's a disqualified by TDST at 4576.73 from the sequence here after it printed the buy setup 9 end count. And that's set at the true high of the sequence. So that true high is this close, 4576.73. And for now, that's right at the channel 3 high, and get above all that eventually. And we're back to the brick wall at 4601.88, and the upper Bollinger Band has been hanging around in that area for the past 4 or 5 days. So I will sit up and take notice when price makes it above 4601.88 and gets near the D wave upwave 4 projection, 61.8 Fibonacci retracement at 4243.12, and that's an important area from the new patterns chart configuration with the reconfigured pitchfork.